I was just thinking about the video that I had just made, the one called Venting, because I vent a lot. And I had said some things in that video that a lot of people might ask for. How do you do this or how do you do that? But we as human beings have to understand that we have a masculine energy in us and we have a feminine energy in us. And we have to understand that the masculine energy in us, it actually wants to override the feminine energy that is in us. So this is why we are fighting a war amongst ourselves, mostly than the world. Because every time when you go through something in life, it's always more. It's more about you and your beliefs and all of these things. So you are fighting a war because every choice you make, you are going to be led by something. So we have to be aware that we are created in masculine and feminine energy, and we are created in high vibrational and low vibrational energy. So we have to understand where we are, right? And once we understand where we are and who we are, one of the good ways how you can balance your masculine and feminine energy, because I have a hard time doing it, and I can admit I know what I need to know, but I have a hard. It's not that I have a hard time doing it. It's just that um, I've always been that way. And one thing about being awakened, it takes very discipline. In order to master this game of life, you have to be well disciplined. This is why you are basically the person in the video game, right? And it's the person up in that screen that is holding the controller. Once you become awakened enough to know that you are basically a character in a video game, you are going to try to make a relationship with your higher self who is holding the controller, to where as though you are now controlling the controller instead of the controller controlling you. This is how it is when you are in different dimension, because you can actually look down. This is why I've been telling y'all since I became awakened, I can't see life for what it is. It's like I'm looking at life. I look at it from my outside perspective, like I'm not even a part of it, but I am a part of it. So we have to understand, and in order to get to that deep, and honestly, I don't like talking about stuff like this, because honestly, like I said in one of my videos I made last week, if it was up to me, I would be totally hidden. I don't want to share none of this information. Honestly, I don't want to share none of this information with y'all at all. I don't. But I know there's a lot of people like me that may not know the right way. You understand what I'm saying? And I do it for them. But at the end of the day, the shit, why the fuck would I be? But it is what it is, because I'm divinely protected. But what we have to do is we have to be aware of where we are, who we are, and why we are here. And to understand why we're here I'm not going to go there because that's a whole new conversation. But what we have to do is that we have to start really getting to know ourselves. And I don't mean in just in certain ways. We got to start asking questions. We got to start wanting great understandings. Like, the main thing that you need to know and learn is that one way to awaken is to start asking why. Why? Don't nobody ask why or shit. Everybody is okay with it. Or if they not okay with it, they just put up with it because it's the way of life. But nobody asks the questions why. And then when they do ask questions, it's never the right questions to ask. Just like how the world is going right now. You got all this shit that is going on in the world right now. And you got these reporters all over the world, and you got all these people all over the world. Then you got basic people on the street asking all these questions to the people that have authority, but they asking them dumbass questions. Like, put somebody like me on the mic asking questions. They'd be like, nope, kill her ass. But you notice that? You know, like, I ain't talking to the 3Ds right now. I'm talking to the 5Ds and up. Y'all notice that ain't nobody asking the right questions? Nobody. And we have to take our masculine and our feminine energy, and we have to learn how to balance it and understand that some of us are a divine feminine that is dominating in a masculine. So now we understand that if you are a true feminine being, you're not going to have much authority down here. If you are a true feminine divine being, you ain't going to have really no authority down here. You ain't. And the fact that you are made from a feminine being, this is why we love. We forgive. We do anything just to be loved, because that's a divine feminine in us. And the fact that we are deprived from what we really need, we are living in a demonic world and we'll do anything to get it. But it's not really love. Love is just a name, it's just an emotion. But the feeling that the feminine energy gives us, it's so powerful until we basically undermine it by saying love. But it's not love. The energy that the feminine gives us, it gives us a feeling of love over all of us, but it's not a love energy. They gave us the word love. Love is an emotion. That's it. If I can love you and hate you tomorrow, love ain't shit. The divine feminine energy, it feels so good in the body until you're going to feel, it feels like love. But it's not love. It's an energy that you always meant to have, that you supposed to have always been in. But it's not love energy. It's not love. It's an energy that gives you the feeling of love. This is why in this reality, they say we got to live in love. How the fuck we going to live in love and we ain't never felt it? And when we do try to feel love, we got to sacrifice every motherfucking thing just to get love. We got to sell out. So we got to do all this shit just to get fucking love. And we are made from the energy of love. And then when you get deep into it, love is just an emotion. This is why they tell us to fall in love. We got to have love for this, love for that, love for this. Because the energy that we are looking for, we're trying to keep it, and it's not here. And when it breaks you down. This is why we got to get in our, if you know that you are a part of the divine feminine energy, this is now the time to, I'm not saying go out and shout to the world, but this is the time for you to talk about it to people. Because the divine feminine is already here. The chosen ones are already chosen. They've been chosen from birth. So don't think that you had to grow into it. And chosen ones are chosen from birth. When you came out of your mother's womb, you were already chosen. You just didn't know it. It's just that some have awakened to know that they were chosen. Some would die and never know. But you ain't going to just get saved and get baptized and get Christian and give your life to Jesus and now you chosen. You was chosen and anointed from the moment that you was conceived in your mother's womb. It's up to you if you want to allow yourself to awaken to know that you are chosen. And some of us is going to die and never knows. Don't think that you got to give yourself, you got to idolize, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to go here, you got to do that, you got to do this just to be chosen. You were born chosen. You were born in a virgin of water. You were born in a womb that came out of a mother that was from a divine feminine source. You came out of life. You came out of a woman. You were already baptized. The moment you came out of your mother's womb, you came from holy water because you had no sins on you. When you was in your mother's womb, you were perfect. You had no sins. When as soon as you came out of your mother's womb, when they pat you on your ass and gave you your first needle, that was the first sin. Because it was taking you away from who you really are and where you fucking came from. So we were born in sin. Because they put sin in us. The fuck? So now that you know that you would never be perfect because sin was put in you, it's time for you to use your energy. You got sinning energy and you got anointed energy. You got to know which one to use. And right now, we've been trying to use this feminine energy and it ain't working. So now it's time to bring out this motherfucking masculine energy that you created, bitch. Because your own creation is going to be what the fuck kills you. A lot of y'all don't know about that either, huh?